I'm Dr. John Lieurance. I'm the director of the Advanced Wellness Center. Today I'd like to introduce you to an incredible technology called the Asyra. And the Asyra is a wonderful tool for us to find answers to often complex health problems. Asyra's early beginnings started with Dr. Reinholt Voll, the developer of electroacupuncture according to Voll in the early 1950s. As a German medical doctor, he discovered that you could measure frequency resistance through various acupuncture meridians. Acupuncture meridians are distinct channels where subtle energies called qi flow through your body. Voll specifically noticed abnormal readings when patients reacted allergically. Diagnosing and treating allergies was one of several discoveries Dr. Voll made. Where modern medicine has a high emphasis towards the body's chemistry, the Asyra is solely based on the body's energetics. Homeopathy is largely based on the idea that disease in the body first begins with an energetic disturbance, then a chemical disturbance, and lastly changes in the tissues. An example of this would be degeneration and even cancer. Homeopathy is a branch of medicine which is solely based on energy. It was discovered by another German physician, Samuel Hahnemann, in the late 1700s. Hahnemann's observation of like cures like with minute dilutions of various substances was confirmed when Edward Jenner introduced vaccination in 1798. He postulated that this dilution would cause an immune modulation in the body much like the vaccination. Some of the exciting things that we can scan with the Asyra are heavy metals such as mercury, aluminum, arsenic, and lead. We can also scan various microbes such as viruses, molds, mildews, bacteria, and parasites. Whether food reactions are the primary issue for someone, or they might be secondary to something like poor digestion, liver dysfunction, or even microbial overgrowth, they are often involved in a significant source of stress to the body. This stress often shows up as fatigue, headaches, weight gain, joint and muscle inflammation, and a number of autoimmune disorders such as MS, Hashimoto's thyroiditis, and rheumatoid arthritis have shown significant correlation in the literature. Within just a few minutes, nearly 250 foods, spices, and condiments are scanned. Not only can we scan for them, but we can also imprint signatures of the various foods that can then act as a vaccine to get the body to recognize that this is a problem and start to clear up some of these sensitivities for patients. And it's not uncommon for patients to start feeling much better relatively quickly after getting some of these foods eliminated out of their diet and getting on some of these remedies. Let's talk now for a bit about toxic stress. This century may well be called the age of chemistry. Man-made chemical compounds fill our environment and houses, ranging from aerosols, artificial sweeteners, cosmetics, dyes, paints, solvents, refrigerants, binders, fillers, and preservatives, and pesticides, many of which have their roots in petrochemicals. Petrochemicals in and of itself is a toxic chemical, and it forms the base for many man-made chemicals, such as plastics, that are used for food consumption, storage, and even cooking in microwaves. The World Health Organization claims the world's annual production of man-made chemicals adds up to $1.5 trillion, and that 1,000 to 2,000 new chemicals are added to the list of newly produced man-made chemicals every year. Many of these chemicals are not biodegradable, and they circulate in our world environment, and we are the victims who accumulate them in our body over our lifetime. A study found Eskimos that lived in remote, pristine villages, far, far away from any chemical dumps or chemical plants. They examined tissue samples and found almost 100% of trace amounts of toxic chemicals, including all toxins that had been banned 30 years prior to the study. These toxins circulated in the world environment and made their way all the way up to Alaska and accumulated in these Eskimos' bodies. The United Nations Environment Program estimates some 100 tons of mercury, 3,800 tons of lead, 3,600 tons of phosphates and 60,000 tons of detergents are dumped each year into the Mediterranean Sea alone. Toxins are now being recognized by many experts as a significant source of disease and illness in modern society. The Asyra may pose a valuable tool in determining an appropriate detoxification program for you. After your scan, homeopathic, botanical, mineral, and diet are then printed and given to you at the end of your visit. Signatures from your scan can be imprinted onto one homeopathic remedy, which makes it easy and inexpensive to follow the prescription. Our friendly staff will then assist you at the front, and follow-up visits are typically recommended within 2 to 6 weeks. For more information about this and other exciting treatments offered at Advanced Wellness Center, please go to our website or give us a call and set up an appointment with me or one of the other alternative wellness physicians at our clinic.